And it's time once again for those fiestas navideñas, and that's what this next group is very good at putting together. It's Ballet Folklorico Costa De Oro. They've been on our show before, and they're back to tell us about what they're presenting to us here in the Bay Area. With me once again is the director of that Folklorico group, Stephen Konefklat, back on Comunidad del Valle. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, Damien.
You know, it's something, it's so colorful and cultural and traditional to see a folklorico performance. You add the Navidad, the Christmas spirit to it, and it blows the top.
It does. We're really trying to bring a Mexican holiday spectacular to the Bay Area, to share how beautiful the Mexican Christmas is and share it with the public at large and the community. We get to do that with sharing the story of the three wise men, reliving some of the activities that are done during the Christmas time in Mexico, like during the posadas, which is kind of a processional that finalizes with a piñata scene, and we do some really fun stuff with the kids that will be performing as well.
And all on stage. All on stage,
and all of Christmas shoved into a good hour and a half to 2 hours for you.
We have a very short clip, and it's not one of your Navideña performances, but I just wanted folks to get a taste of your dance group, because it's so colorful, and I mean, it's one of the best in the country, I would say. And here's this short clip. And in those pictures, you see the kids. I mean, how big of a part of your performances are the children?
Actually, we have 50 dance students just under the age of 13 in the dance school who will be performing. We also have our adult company, which is 25 adult dancers. So we have a total of about 75 dancers coming together to put together this wonderful performance. Actually, what we're seeing right now is during my professional dance time with the Ballet Folklorico de Mexico, which you'll actually be visiting the Bay Area this weekend as well.
And so this is you getting your groove on.
Yeah, this is me giving some classes. A good couple years ago, when I used to be an instructor before I started my own company.
And you know, when you want to learn folklorico, I know this because my wife did it, my daughter now does it. If you want to know the dances of these regions, it pays to go to those regions and see it from there. If you want to learn Michoacan style, you go to Michoacan and you see how they do it. You want to learn Oaxaca. I mean, how important is that you...
Research is essential to what we're doing here, and it gives you much greater perspective on what the dances are and what they become. So, for example, the simplest movement can be changed as long as you know what you're changing, and so that's why we're a ballet folklorico, because traditional folklorico may not carry and have certain dance positions or maneuverings that Ballet Folklorico does, which makes it a little bit more elegant and definitely presented for the stage. And we are performing exciting and entertaining dance for people that is a spin-off of what may be considered more traditional.
I'm going to embarrass myself, but when you have Ballet Folklorico in front of Folklorico, when it's the ballet style, it's a different style than regular folklorico?
Absolutely. We emphasize the first 45 minutes of our class sessions with our adult company and the first 25 minutes with our children's company in basic ballet techniques to help them with their posture, to teach them a better way of performing and presenting. Not that there's anything wrong with the traditional style, but what we subscribe to is the fact that if we're on stage, the way we're on camera, that we want people, it's okay that the audience knows that we should have a little bit more of a stance to ourselves.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So that's the difference between Grupo Folklorico and Ballet Folklorico?
I would say that's one of the main differences, is the concentration on actually the performance and the presentation aspect.
All right, well, tell us about your Bay Area performances here.
So actually we'll be performing at Cal State Hayward December the 8th. We'll be doing 2 performances at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. And there'll be wonderful performances with the children's group. And we'll also be performing at the Napa Valley Opera House on Sunday, December the 9th.
Oh my goodness.
Which will be an afternoon showing. And that'll actually be performed with live mariachi and giving a different take on it. So we'll give the kids a day off and we'll bring in the live band, and it's going to be a wonderful weekend for the Ballet Folklorico Costa De Oro and for the Bay Area to see who it is and what we are doing.
You doing also something in San Jose?
We will actually, we're beginning supporting a good friend of mine who's got a performance going on in San Jose at the Ballet Folklorico Fuego Nuevo, who will be doing their Fiestas Navideñas, or I'm not sure of the title of their performance, but it is also a Christmas-based
Is this
show.
something that you look forward to? I mean, when it's something you mark on the calendar?
At the beginning of January 1st comes, and we're excited for these Christmas events. It's kind of concluding the year. It gives the kids a chance to feel like they've worked towards something, and the adults, and then we finish off with a lovely Christmas processional for the kids.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, I remember Naticano would bring his performances to San Jose, and it's something that you didn't want to miss. And this is one of those. I mean, it's something that you really want to cheer. And it's more than just, because the Christmas season, posadas are religious in origin, but they're more cultural now.
Oh, they're much more cultural. So that as you're well aware, the Hispanic community has fallen off a little bit from the Catholic faith, but they still maintain a lot of their cultural practices. And those cultural practices come back to, remembering what they did as kids with the piñatas, not the ones that have the Dora on them, but the ones that have the cones that they would then fill with the oranges or the nuts. And so this goes back to your research question, which is, when I was living in Mexico, I got a chance to research how the posada was celebrated, and when I was in Guerrero, I got to see how those things were done in different states and regions, and that's helped us develop what I believe to be a beautiful, beautiful performance for the public here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I did posadas in Guanajuato when I was a kid, and one of the most beautiful things that you can enjoy. And again, if you want to log on, there is our web address for more information. Find out where they're going, where they are celebrating their Fiestas Navideñas, Ballet Folklorico Costa De Oro. Thanks so much for coming back on the show.
Thank you, Damien. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Up next, around Comunidad del Valle, Suavecito. Stay with us.